going, Josh?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Good. Exciting times.
Yeah.
For you, you have a lot of new offensive linemen here. What's kind of just been your impression of what you've seen out of them?
I think a lot of potential. They care. They're into it. They want to be good. So that's a step in the right direction. The first start. You know. Every O line coach teaches things differently. So I've got to get them kind of into my way of thinking. And how to approach blocks and different things. But overall, for the first 3 days, assignment-wise and effort-wise, and the things that are prerequisites to kind of being good, those are all there. We just got to keep working the details.
You added 3 linemen to the transfer portal this offseason. What was the priority, or what were you looking for specifically?
Well, anytime we're going to portal, we're looking for guys that can come in and we feel like can help us right away. Being the 2 deep and compete for a starting job. Other than that, there's not really any reason to do it. I mean, every once in a while you may bring, if you find a young guy after a year or so that you feel like is still developing, that can come in and eventually be that guy, that might be the case. But in our case, we felt like all of those guys could give us immediate help.
With Tarquin and Kingston especially, are those, do you see them as tackles, as guards? Can they play both?
Really, Tarquin is probably tackle. Kingston has played tackle and guard during his time. I think at the next level, he's an inside player, and so that's probably what we'll focus him on. But if he needs to be outside, we're still working. It's day 3. We're still trying to figure out the best combination of who and what those guys actually are and what their best skill set is. So it's still really early.
I know it's still really early with Elijah Page, but he's a freshman people are kind of excited about. What have been your thoughts of him?
Yeah, very talented. Great kid. Works extremely hard, asks great questions, loves to play the game. Great work ethic, intelligent. It's important to him because of all those things. He'll eventually work his way and be a player. He got a long ways to go, but certainly a lot of potential.
He was committed to another school for a while. What was that recruiting process like? I know once the season started and you guys had some success, he flipped to you guys. What was that recruiting process like with him?
Silence. Yeah, I just let it be. After he flipped to another school, he seemed pretty dead set on it at the time. So I actually gave it a couple of months. We had a great relationship up until that time, and I just gave it a couple of months. And I called him one night, and he picked up and talked to me for about 20 minutes in a Chick-fil-A, and I thought, okay, we got a shot. Yeah. So then the rest kind of turned out to be what it is.
How much changes for D-Dish now at center? If you're once a center, always a center.
Yeah, a lot of changes. I mean, he's still got a lot of growth to do there. Just the movements are different. The defensive lineman's closer to you. You got to move faster. Your feet got to be fast. You don't have as much time to adjust. You got to be way more precise. If you make a mistake with the D-line right on top of you at center, it's going to show up. And then, just the identification things, there's a lot of things going through your head at center because you're controlling it all. And you're looking at all kinds of different stuff on the defense right up until the snap. And so just the ability to operate comfortably and at speed with all that going on, and it not speeding you up too fast or slowing you down too much where you're not making the proper adjustments at proper time. So he just needs reps, but yeah, he's going to get there.
How big of an addition was Kingston?
I think all those guys can end up possibly being great additions for us. I mean, they've got to come in and like everybody, earn their job and be the best player. But obviously, those guys have played a lot of football, so the prediction would be that they'll be able to help us. But they've got to come in and earn it. But I think all those guys. Anytime you get an older guy that's played that much football and instinctively knows ball the way they do, that's a good pickup.
Progression-wise, what do you want to see from Cortland Ford and Mason Murphy this spring?
Yeah, just consistency. I think you saw flashes at times with both guys last year where they're playing really good ball, but then you see times where they're not. And so we know that potential's there. It's getting it every play, and I think just minimizing their mistakes from the standpoint that, if you relate it to golf, it's like you don't a bad shot for you is kind of you hit it in the rough off the fairway instead of 4 fairways over like I do, and they've got, they can't just have complete misses out there, for us to operate the way we want to operate. They've got to, the bad play's got to be just kind of bad, and I think that's their goal, and what they're working on for spring is just consistency.
Do one more.
Coach Riley talked about a lot of cross-training for the offensive line this spring as a priority. I'm just curious specifically with Jonah. Is there kind of a lean where you like him? Are there some spots you're kind of curious to see?
Well, Jonah's going to work right tackle, right guard, and center. Yeah, so he's going to be on the right side, and he's also going to snap the ball a few practices too. So just trying to prepare guys and get them all the reps for any scenario that we could be in after injuries.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.